In this video, I'm going to demonstrate using Mermaid to create an entity relationship diagram, which are typically used to document the logical design of relational database tables. I'm using a very simple example of an online ordering system to show the code used to document tables and their relationships with each other. I'm only going to use 4 tables to keep the video to a reasonable length. Obviously, a real system would have a far greater level of complication. If you're interested in how using Mermaid to create an entity relationship diagram compares with Plant UML, you can check my Plant UML video where I work through the same scenario. I'll put a link to it in the description. So I'll start with the title for the diagram, 3 dashes, title keyword, then the title text, 3 more dashes, and we're done. Define the diagram type as entity relationship, specify the first table, customer, open braces, everything between the braces, the attributes, so attribute name, customer ID, data type, and primary key specified. A few more fields, forename, type text, surname, type text, and again email address, which is also text. Mix things up a bit, telephone number, and we'll make this an integer. You can see it's already starting to create our diagram. Table 2, orders. So again, open the braces, first attribute in the ID, so order ID number, be an integer, and specifies primary key. Now this one's got a foreign key to link to orders to customers, so customer ID, integer, and specified as a foreign key. And we'll put in a date. So that's the second table done. Now number 3, which is going to be for our order line items. Now here we're going to have a composite primary key. So first part of the key, the order ID, which is an integer, and it's both a primary key, but it's also a foreign key coming from the order table. And the second part of our composite key is going to be to take the product ID from the product table, which we haven't defined yet, but it's going primary key, but it's also a foreign key. Right, so that's our order line item table done, and finally our product table. Open the braces, define the attributes, start with an ID, which again is an integer, and this is the primary key. And now we'll have a product description, which is type text. And there we have our tables. So now I've created the tables, I need to add the relationships between them to the diagram. The syntax for the relationships are shown on this slide. There are 4 different types of relationships, and the syntax is dependent on whether you are defining the left or right hand side of the relationship. The circles are lowercase o's. I've put a link to the Mermaid documentation in the description. Right, let's get back to the code. The first relationship that I'm going to set up is between the customer and order tables. So one customer can place 0 or many orders. After the colon, place a description of the relationship from the perspective of the first entity. Now the relationship between the order and order line item table. One order can have 1 or many order line items. For the description, I'll use includes. And now the final relationship from the products table to the order line item table. One product to 0 or more order item lines. And I'll use the description contains. And that's our completed diagram.